So I just found out that Yellowstone Park is roaring its ugly head, and there's a bunch of earthquakes happening, but one of the volcanoes is becoming so consistent that they're actually able to predict when it's going to start to blow, which is really extraordinary for this particular volcano. So that is really scary because we do not want Yellowstone Park to go off. It's a super volcano that will literally put us back into an ice age from a nuclear winter that it's going to cause. So let's all pray that this is just it getting off some of its steam, like we all need to do every now and then, and that it's okay for another 1,000 years or so. you know, just not in our lifetime, please, not in our lifetime. We have really got to start taking climate change seriously. We cannot have presidents like Trump who do not believe in it. That this is impossible for us to come together as a society with all of this ridiculous racism and individual just he's dividing everybody. He's dividing the country into a bunch of little bitty pieces, and he can't wait to just be the dictator of the world because that's the way he is. He's the biggest man-child ever. I don't know how we get past this president. But don't get me wrong, because I didn't want Hillary. What I thought should have happened was that Bernie Sanders should have taken Jill Stein's offer and ran with her on the green ticket. Because how easy would it have been for them to beat these two complete idiots? I don't think it would have been hard at all. As a matter of fact, it would have been a landslide, I think, for both of them. And I'm sorry that Bernie did not believe in himself enough, and I'm sorry that, Bernie, you think it's the right thing to do to stick with the Democratic Party that you've been literally railing against your whole life. That makes no sense on why you would expect your followers to go with you on that particular bad and unbelievably unworthy cause that you wanted us to take with you. So, no, a lot of this Trump thing was just a protest vote, and I agree with them completely on it. Trump was a wild card, but he was talking more to the left than she was. He was giving us more progressive thoughts than she was. He gave us, he was saying he was for no war. He was saying he was for the working man and how he was going to bring the jobs back. And, you give people something to believe in or nothing to believe in. And guess what? They pick the something, regardless of how racist and bigoted and ridiculously pig-headed the guy is, or stupid. And not only that, he sounds like them because he doesn't talk no more than we do, like a third grade language. Very, very easy to understand. And they were sick of Obama's intelligent, over confident, black butt. They were just sick of him. They were sick of him and his talk and talk and never doing shit. They thought that Trump wasn't a talker. They thought he was a doer. They were wrong. We know all he is good at doing is talking lies, which is like he's been doing ever since. But like I said, he's dividing the country, and that's not a good thing. And that's got to stop. We cannot allow him to make us fight among ourselves because it's too important right now that we really take climate change seriously. There is going to be some serious consequences for the future generations of our country. Not for the earth. The planet will be fine. But we're going somewhere, like George Carlin would say. We're leaving. If we're not serious about climate change, we're not going to be able to remain on this planet. Mother Nature will show her teeth and take us all out. And it won't take long either because we've made sure we've been susceptible to that for a long time. And, even Japan that prepared as much as they could possibly prepare for the tsunami like they did. They had drills and everything. Even they suffered great losses from Mother Nature when she decided to, take them out with the tsunami. We don't practice drills at all. We don't know where to go. I mean, the Americans would be lost as hell. We'd have so many people would die here because I have no idea where the highest point near me is or where to go, or I'd get stuck in traffic like everybody else and we'd all drown together. That's what would happen. It's not good. It's not a good thing. And Americans really had better start taking something seriously more than their social media pages. Start taking your life seriously because it's a very fragile thing. It's very easy to lose. And I sure as hell hope it doesn't take a major event for you to see that, because unfortunately that's what it takes around here. We have major events happen like 9/11, and then everybody comes together, and you see that as a community we can come together, we can love each other, we can care about each other and our fellow man when we put our minds to it. But we don't do it unless there's a tragedy involved, which is really sad, and unfortunately wears off a little way too fast than it should. But we all had our little flags on our houses and felt all patriotic for ourselves because we did the right thing this time. But what are we doing for our future generations right now? We're letting them drown in our mistakes. That's what we're doing. And not only that, in our debt. We don't even pay for the wars that we've got going. What are we doing putting the wars on the credit card? Since when did we ever do that? We had war bonds that paid for our wars ahead of time. We were smart about it. Now we're doing them on a credit card, which makes no sense. And we're spending trillions and trillions and trillions. And well, we're not saying we're spending trillions, but there's $22 trillion right now missing from our Justice Department. I mean, from our Defense Department, excuse me, from the Defense Department. That's unheard of. Like before September 11th, I remember September 10th when Rumsfeld came out and said that there was $2.1 trillion missing. And then, oh, would you look at that? That's where they happened to hit, just where they were checking into that. That's where they got hit at the Pentagon. Oh, well, there goes that. And all the investigations that we had going on for that last bank tragedy that we, that went down. All that paperwork and stuff was in Building 7 that happened to go down on 9/11. Wasn't even hit by a plane, and all that just disappeared. Isn't that funny that it just happened to be, that building with all that information in it? So there's been some really major stuff going on here, and I really hope the American people wake up and see it before it's too late. And tick, 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 people. Tick, tick, tick. Good luck. Subscribe down below if you support my channel. Thank you so much.